month. I am afraid there is no doubt that by comparison we as a nation are lethargic in politics. We were over 1,000 souls on board the Britannic, a fearful charge for the undertaking of any one man. For the first few days it weighed heavily on the spirits of our captain, and left him no time for those frivolities by which some captains of big passenger ships round off the sharp edge of official duty. No little tea parties in the captain's room, no attentions to the fair, no chatting with the brave, and no assumption at the table of the cheery attitude of host. Till we were in mid-Atlantic, the captain's place at the head of the table was, in truth, rarely filled, except in the sense that Banquo sometimes sat at the banqueting board. Occasionally the passengers at dinner became aware of the presence of a tall figure carefully wrapped up, standing by the doorway surveying the festive scene. Sometimes it sat in the chair at the head of the captain's table, gloomily ate a dish, and disappeared. At others it shook its head and stalked forth, wondering how 200 men and women could eat and drink when the wind was south-east by east-half-east, and at any moment something might happen at the lee scuppers. This is our captain as he appears when the stormy winds do blow, and we are near land, in the track of ships and of danger. But when fine weather comes, he thaws out, and though always preserving the self-recorded characteristic of the Duke of Wellington, inasmuch as he has no small talk, proves himself a pleasant gentleman, as popular with the passengers as he is with the more critical company of officers and crew. Of our precious freight of 1,000 souls, only a little over 200 are saloon passengers. The day before we left Liverpool, the City of Rome sailed on the same voyage, having on board 464 saloon passengers. That means an immense amount of discomfort through all stages of the day. Overcrowded decks, a scramble in the ladies' saloon, a block in the smoking room, and 2 courses of meals, one half waiting, while the other half breakfasts, lunches, and dines. It is a great temptation to ship owners to make hay while the sun shines, and in the American passenger department it shines pretty hotly from April to September. On the day the Britannic left the Mersey, with her modest complement of 214 saloon passengers, the White Star Company had upon their books applications for an additional 900 passages. But the company have a rule which is kept at all costs. The spacious dining-room will seat 220 guests, each having his or her appointed armchair and cubic measurement of table-room. Accommodation elsewhere being in proportion, there is no possibility of overcrowding. I heard a good story of 2 well-known Americans. They had been accustomed to visit Europe in May, and had competed with each other for the best berths on the Germanic or Britannic. A, having been done by B 2 years in succession, thought he would be all right in 1884. Accordingly, in March 1883, he wrote engaging the captain's room and 3 of the best staterooms for the first voyage of the Germanic in May 1884. Flushed with the certainty of triumph, he incautiously mentioned the circumstance to a friend. Pleased with this stroke of real smartness, the friend spread the story, which came to the ears of B, who immediately cabled to Liverpool to secure for himself the captain's room and 3 best staterooms on the Germanic's first voyage out from New York in May 1884. When, in due course, A's letter arrived by mail, an answer was sent by return expressing profound regret that the berths named had been already allotted. This is the simple record of a business transaction, and I have seen both the telegram and the letter. There are very few English among the saloon passengers, only a score as far as I can count. One a member of the House.